But the governor of Connecticut, Ned Lamont, did announce that he will be running for his third term. And I thought this was interesting because when I read the article, it said Ned Lamont was 71. Here's the thing. If we have an age limit to go into politics, usually I think, what is it? A president has to be 35, if I'm not mistaken. I think there needs to be an age limit for when you need to get out, because 71, granted, you're probably still with it. You still have your wits about you. But what I have found is that when you're that old, you're I don't want to say institutionalized, but the old way is so ingrained in you that you fail to want to do things a new way. And I think what should happen is that you should be there, be a part of your party. If it's a Democratic Party, be a part of that party, but train people up. Now, I'm not saying you need to train one specific person, because I think what we found is that political parties, they identify one person and they're like, okay, this is the person we want to throw our funding behind. And I think you need to do at least 25, you know what I'm saying? Do a bunch of people, train these people up, get them to have the historical knowledge, get them to be in the community space, make it so that like it's unavoidable that these people will be the next politicians, whether that's in the state that they're being trained in or they're going to another state. But give them that historical knowledge so that they can then come in and take the place, but they have some knowledge and some backing, some education to support what they're going to do in the future. What we're seeing, to me personally, is that people are young, they have new ideas, and they want to come in swinging, but they don't have any historical knowledge to help carry them through. Because sometimes older politicians will say, well, that's not going to work. He or she is to this or he or she is to that. And, they know their inner workings because they're 70. I was going to say a bad word. They're 70 blink years old. And it's like, no, get up out of here. Prime example, Nancy Pelosi just announced that she is retiring. Let's get Nancy's age. She announced that she's stepping down. She's getting out of her position. And it's like, girl, you so old. Like, we should have been 85 years old, 85 years old. We should have been had you out of here. You know what I mean? And you should have been training up the young men and women to come in behind you and to do great things behind you long, long, long ago. The fact that you are 5 years from 90 and you are still working in the government is so scary to me. Like, it is so scary to me because it's such like, you can mean well, but it's like, enough is enough. We're tired. We need new, fresh eyes, people who understand the new things that are happening in the world and in the country and have a more, I hate this word, but a more progressive ideology, we don't need all of the old farts, for, again, lack of a better term, but we don't need all the old farts in there doing what they do. Let's get some new and fresh blood in this, and that doesn't mean that they have to be 35. They can be 52, but they're a little bit younger than 85 and 71. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. I really do, I did like Governor Ned Lamont, but I would love to see someone else. I do have someone in mind. So let me tell y'all, if this person that I'm thinking of, if they announce that they're running, I don't know, because I think this person also wants to do more of like a Senate Congress type situation. But if this person does announce that they're running, just know I'm going to be campaigning for them so hard because I really, really do like this person. So I'm not going to say it for yet, but if this person does run, listen, okay? I'm going to be up here with the t-shirts, the stickers, the pins, and everything else in between. So that's that on that. I just wanted to say, listen, step down. We need an age limit. I don't know if we want to say like 66, like, that good old, what is it? Medicaid and is it USAA? What's the AARP? That's the one. When you can sign up for AARP, I think that's when you need to start putting in your succession plan, you know what I mean? And so then by like no later than 70, you're up out of there, because I don't want to discount our 70-year-olds. I think y'all still, hip and with it. But from 65 to 70, that's your window to get whatever you need to get done, because by 70, you're out. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have been doing this since your 30s and your 40s. Absolutely not. You've been doing this for 4 decades. No, ma'am. Uh-uh. Kick them out. Or do that. Put a time limit on it, Say you can't serve longer than 2 decades, 20 years, you did good. Everywhere else, be 20, 25 years to retire. Why do these people get to be in there for 40, 45 years? I don't understand. The country don't need you that bad. The country does not need you that bad, Miss Ma'am. You could go ahead and let this go. I just think it's a grip on power, and they love it so much. And I also believe a lot of these things, when they were established, people were dying early, right? They didn't have the medicine and the technology and all of that to, keep people alive. So people weren't living past a certain age. So they didn't think like, oh, these people will somehow live well to 90 years old and still be doing this. So anyways,